Hello YouTube and welcome to the comic book channel. Uh, Today I'm going to be doing a comic book review slash going over of Marvel Rising Alpha #1. This is a new book from Marvel that came out this past Wednesday, which was Wednesday, June 13th, 2018. And it's the follow-up to a Zero issue, a free issue that came out about a month or so back. So if you've never watched one of my reviews before, then let me just let you know that I do spoil a lot. I try my best to recollect like the entire issue and kind of go over it and break it down, and from there kind of give a review on it. So it's, if you're not here to be spoiled, or you don't want to, or if you're planning on reading it and don't want any surprises or anything like that, then you should probably not check it out. But either way, that's kind of what I do. So I do the best I can from memory. I probably leave out a lot. I'm making this sound so good. I bet everyone in the entire world wants to watch this video now. Either way, we start off with a girl named Ember Quaid, and she's like chatting with somebody on either online or on her phone. I can't remember which one she had going on there, but and she's talking about how she's always got, you know, basically she's really awesome. Sorry, online and in video games and stuff like that, but she's like a loser in the real world. So she's talking about that, kind of narrating the story. That obviously comes true as she's playing a game with some guys in the room she's in at school, like in the computer lab room or whatever, and the guys come up to her and they're really upset because they play the game that she's playing with them all the time, and they always win, and they think she's cheating and this and this. So then we cut to a class that Doreen Green, aka Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, is teaching, and Kamala Khan is in the class as a kind of like as a student. I don't know exactly what she was. She was something a little more important than a student, but basically she's just in the class. And it's kind of hinted at that they've teamed up in the past or something, and that but neither one of them knows that that's the other one. So Camilla doesn't know that that's Squirrel Girl, and Doreen doesn't know that that's Miss Marvel. So gosh, I'm having a lot of trouble recollecting this entire issue here, because after that point is where it starts to kind of fall flat. Like, I feel like nothing really happens there until the end. Like, it's kind of like it's got that little bit of setup, and then from there it's just a big lull, and then at the end stuff happens. But okay, I do remember now. Sorry, something does happen. We see that a creation from, I think, like a computer game that Doreen was, you know, had in the class, which was a squirrel in the game, has like come to real life, and it's out in the class and stuff, and Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel both separately have to go, you know, change into their respective costumes and fight the thing, and then leave without anybody noticing that that was them or whatever. So they do that, and then, whew, man, this issue really has some downs to it. And then we see from there that Ember has decided that she needs to do something like that. That was too easy. She needs to do something a little bit bigger. She's starting to realize her power. She realized that, sorry, I left out there that she's become like a, you know, inhuman because of the man, I'm having trouble with this one. This is a bad review. This is a bad synopsis. Maybe the review won't be so bad. Who knows? Either way, she's become an Inhuman as of recently. She doesn't really realize her power. She's trying to get there. She's got a weird power set, which is basically she can bring things from, like a video game or a computer to life, and it's all pixelated and stuff, but it's really there, and that's her power. So some other stuff happens, whatever, and then she realizes she needs to do something a lot bigger, if she wants to, fully realize her power and fully show people who she is and stuff like that. She needs to do something a little bit bigger. So she gets this big, like, Donkey Kong type monkey guy, has him come to life and kind of attack the school. And again, Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl team up and take him down, and let's see. And it's just kind of like it kind of turns into like their thing. I mean, I guess the whole story was supposed to be, it was like kind of them teaming up, and her coming to her own, like, as like a character. So I guess it works on that level, but that's kind of where the focus is. It's more shifted on what they've got going on, and she's talking. The story's narrated in a way to where Ember is talking to somebody that she's friends with, online, and the person that she's talking to has been on her side the whole time, but now he's starting to kind of say, like, hey, you're going a little bit overboard with this. Like, what are you gonna do? And her screen name online is like the Emulator or something. Like, call yourself the Emulator in real life and stuff. And she's like, yes, I am. And you see, like, that she's becoming a villain and all this. It looks like she's going to become a villain. So it looks like that's where that's heading, and that's where the issue's left off. So there's my really shitty synopsis of this. Sorry, I know it was half-baked, but my impressions of this book, I realize it's a kid's book. It's essentially for children. But, it is a new Marvel character, and it is two very powerful, female Marvel characters that are coming into their own as of lately. And I think it's an important, book to at least pick up and read. You may not love it, especially if you're, more into like the old school type stuff. But this is fine. This is for a new generation. This isn't for you. So, Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel, Moon Girl, that stuff is being pushed lately. And a lot of people say it's just, to try to push the diversity agenda and stuff like that. And I can't say whether or not it is, because obviously these characters, some of them are ethnic, they're all female, they're younger, we kind of had the same thing with Ironheart and, even to an extent Spider-Gwen. But, every single hero can't, it's 2018, every hero can't be, a 30-year-old white guy anymore, because that's not who's out in the world anymore. That's not who's the only people reading comic books. That's not what is needed right now. That doesn't represent the audience that's reading the book, and you really should represent the audience that's reading the book, the books. You can't just have a Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Hulk, Green Lantern. You can't just have those characters and then also say, well, it's okay, there's a Wonder Woman book, or there's a, Black Panthers out there or whatever. Like, there does need to be more diversity than that. Other ethnic groups need to be represented. And that's important. And if if that angers you, or you don't like the diversity in the comics and stuff like that, and you're trying to, blame it on something else and just say these characters are lame, or whatever, um, you really are showing that you're like stuck in the past and you're not progressive enough uh, to accept the fact that younger people are reading books, and more diverse people are reading comic books, and it's important for comic books to be diverse so they can keep creating comic books. So comic books don't go away and superheroes don't go away. I know that's not like at a risk right now or anything, uh, but you know what I'm saying. So either way, that was a very long tangent on diversity, and I apologize. But I do feel like it's an important topic to bring up. Um, so either way, I think it was a fun book. Again, it's a kid's book. It's not, really the same thing as like reading some crazy like image book, or gritty DC book or anything right now. But it's fun. They did a good job. Other than I definitely will critique the middle of this book. It has that lull, and like I almost completely forgot about it because it was so boring. But the beginning and the end really were good. They did a great job with that, and that was not boring. The main thing I got out of this was the team up between Doreen and Kamala. Like, they really work well together. I really liked the panels where they were together and they were talking and stuff like that. It was a really cool team up. It reminded me of like, some of those older team ups where the chemistry really worked between the characters. I really thought they did a good job with that. And then, inside the writing, the dialogue was good. I would say the overall scripting, had a lot of pacing problems. But the dialogue was good. The artwork looked great, other than the backgrounds were a little unfinished in my opinion, which you see in comic books and you see in uh, usually, well, I guess it's a good mix of indie books and the big books too, but that's something that I hope will change over time. Not that these artists aren't doing a great job putting out quality product, but a little more attention does need to be paid to the backgrounds and the details in those. Sometimes just drawing a building like with a couple of lines for windows and stuff is not enough. Like, we need a little bit more back there than that, just to make it a little more comfortable, a little more visually striking, a little more, I don't know, just it's an art form. Like, it should be art, and once we're getting to the point where we're too lazy to be excited about the building that we're drawing, then is it really artwork anymore? Or are we just focusing on the what's up front and ignoring what's in the back, because it's obviously not a style choice. Wow, sorry, my cat's very loud. But either way, I would like to see more attention paid to the backgrounds of these books, and that's a critique of a lot of books lately, but definitely of this one. So those are my two negative critiques, that it really slows down way too much in the middle, and that the backgrounds and the artwork just don't do it. But what's front and center in the artwork is great. Like I said, the dialogue's good, and the chemistry between Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel is really great. I'm excited to see what else they do, because obviously there's other characters here on the cover who don't appear in the book at all. We have sorry, I have to look. Carol Danvers, America. I don't even know who the other people are. I guess I could look at it for a second and tell, but I'm not. But either way, there's other stuff that's going to happen in here too. I hope that they're able to flesh out this new character, and hopefully it has a little bit of staying power. And yeah, it was a pretty good book. I would give it, out of 10, like I would give it a 6. So just a little bit above average. Um, but I definitely think you should read it and check it out for yourself and see if you can get anything else out of it that maybe I didn't get. Um, Either way, that's my overview and review of Marvel Alpha Rising. Sorry, Marvel Rising Alpha #1. Some of these titles are insane to say. Um, and I think you should check out this book, if not for anything else, for the chemistry of these two characters. Um, it's That's done pretty well. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please leave a comment below if you can. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow.